So in today's knowledge series, we will discuss 5 ways you can make money in real estate. So let me begin with net cash flow. So net cash flow is really the difference between operating income and operating expenses. So once you've covered all your expenses like the rent, your utilities, insurance, property rates, whatever is left is net cash flow. Number 2 is appreciation. What is appreciation? So appreciation is the difference of value between the purchase price of today and the future value of the property. So property gains value over time, in part because there is value addition to the property, in part because there is more income available to people, and because of that you can make significant money in appreciation. So you might buy a property today in Nairobi for say 18 million shillings, and 5-10 years down the line that amount becomes 30 million shillings. So over 10 years, that's a significant value gain. Number 3 is leverage or amortization or equity build-up. So you don't need to have all the money to own a very high value property. So if you have 5 million shillings today, you can own property worth 18 million shillings. How is that possible? Because you then make a down payment and then your customers pay the balance for you in form of rental payments, which means that you can get a mortgage for say 15 years. So if you buy a property for say 18 million shillings today, if you get a loan at 13%, your customers are paying for you 190,000 shillings. So that's a third way you can make money in real estate, because you can leverage your equity, which is a small portion of the investment, and get a much higher value of property. The third way is tax savings. Real estate is able to shelter its own income, which means that you can expense interest payments, you can expense insurance, you can expense utility payments. That is not true for many other comparable investments. If you buy a treasury bond today and it's giving you 9%, you cannot expense anything. So that is one way in which real estate can actually shelter its income, and that tax saving, that tax shelter is already a form of wealth generation for you. And finally, the last way you can make money in real estate, and this is not just real estate, it's also project finance, is scalability and repeatability. The fact that projects are so repeatable, they are so scalable. You can reuse the same teams, you can reuse the same competencies. The bank can trust you the same way. If you succeeded in the last transaction, you can work with the same architects. Anything that you can repeat, you can scale. And when you can repeat and scale, that is already a source of wealth. So 5 ways you can make money in real estate: net cash flow, appreciation, leverage, the fact that you can leverage, which means that, as you pay down the payment, as your customers pay down the payment, you can, and then tax shelter, and then finally repeatability.